We're in Estevan, the energy city of Saskatchewan, and this week, home of the SaskTel Tankard Provincial Men's Curling Championship. Tonight, it's Draw 9 featuring the B semifinals, and it's coming up next.
Saskatchewan Championship Curling is brought to you by SaskTel, Viterra, Service Equipment, White Ice and Eastside Paint and Wallpaper, Asham Curling Supplies, Jiffy Lube, CurlSask, and SaskTel Max.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Affinity Place in Estevan, Saskatchewan, where we are hosting the 2018 SaskTel Tankard Provincial Men's Curling Championship. My name is Sean Joyce. I'm here with Susan Lang and Kim Hudson, and tonight we will be featuring the B semifinal between Steve Laycock and Scott Bitts. And Susan, Kim, we've had a chance to see the Bitts team a few times already. We know they're playing loose. They haven't played a lot this year. They didn't come in with high expectations, but they have played really well. Kim, what do we expect from them tonight?
Yeah, I agree with you. The one thing you didn't mention, though, is that they are an experienced team. They haven't played a lot this year, and they are playing loose, and they're having fun. But what we haven't mentioned is that there's a ton of experience on all four of them, and they know what it takes. And at some point now, they're going to turn it on, and they're going to just play the way they know they can and know what it will do to and what it'll take to win here. And
Susan, for the Laycock team, Steve Laycock himself and the Myers brothers, no stranger to Saskatchewan curling fans. They really haven't had a chance to see much of Matt Dunstone, though, the new addition to that team, and we haven't had a chance to take a look at them yet this week. What are we looking for from that team?
Oh, I'm excited to watch this game and see this new iteration of the team. I think they still have one more gear to find. We've been watching a little bit of their games. We haven't been able to feature them yet. They're, I think, really catching their stride. Steve is no stranger to this B semifinal. He's been in it once or twice before. They know what it takes to get into this Page 1-2 game, and I think they're really going to ramp it up tonight and show us a good game.
And we'll keep track of the other B semifinal on tonight as well, and 2 C event games. Those B finalists would love to get into that Page 1-2 game tomorrow night. Now, the game will get underway in just a minute, but before it does, we're going to meet the teams in tonight's semifinal.
Hi, I'm Steve Laycock, skip of Team Laycock. Our fourth is Matt Dunstone, our second is Kurt Myers, our lead is Dallin Myers, and our coach is Lyle Myers. And we curl out of the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon.
Hi, I'm Scott Bitts, skip of Team Bitts. My third is Warren Jackson, second Aaron Schmidt, lead Rory Golanowski, and we curl out of the Southern Curling Club in Saskatoon.
And that feature game is going to be on Sheet 2. The other B semifinal on Sheet 1 will feature Brady Kendall against Brock Virtue. Sheets 3 and 4 are both C event games, these teams playing for their lives. Adam Casey against Jeff Hartung on Sheet 3, and it will be Jason Jacobson facing off against hometown favorite Brent Geddick on Sheet 4. The teams have a practice session and draw to the button to determine who has last rock in the first end of play. It was the Laycock team winning the draw to the button, so the Bitts team will be throwing first, and lead Rory Golanowski will get us started here with Red Rocks.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Really good game. I'm actually looking forward to an aggressive game. I'm thinking these two experienced teams, I think we're in for a good one. Come on, don't prove me wrong. Don't throw it in the rings.
The Bitts team, we've had a chance to take a look at them a couple of times already. They're playing very loose. As we said in the opening, they haven't played a lot this year, so they didn't come in with high expectations. They're just trying to have fun, and they might be the only 4 people here having as much fun as we have.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, just the way the draw worked, or has worked, we haven't featured Laycock yet. They were on sheets 1 and 4 and 1 and 4, and this is our first time featuring the Steve Laycock team.
Yep. Weight's good. Weight's pretty good. Heavy. Clean. Rocket. Yep.
The first stone sliding into the rings. Dallin Myers gets the chance to play the hit on that.
So for Laycock, this morning they had their first game at noon hour. They were 3 back in the B event, and a bit of a moral victory for them too, as they had to meet up with Adam Casey last year, who they just could not get past at all. And they had a very convincing win today. So this team's coming off of a really uplifting game from noon hour, and I think they're going to carry that feeling forward into this and the rest of this competition.
Yeah, there's our corner.
The Redstone rolling away from the center line area. They're going to play the corner guard up on the other side.
Weight's good. Weight's pretty good. You can go. Keep her going. Little more. Good sweep, guys. Nice shot. Good job, Duke.
Matt Dunstone, of course, the new addition to this team this year, throwing the 4th stones. And he is the vice skip as well, so he holds the broom when Steve is throwing. And one of the reasons, of course, goes back to an early video we saw of the team right after they started, and I'd say his sweeping has improved quite a bit since then.
Well, he stays on his feet now.
The whole way down the sheet. That was impressive.
Speed's nice, eh? Yeah, not too bad. Maddie warmed it up too, I think.
Aaron Schmidt made the peel, so Kirk Myers will be asked to put the guard back.
Halfway.
I think that was a compliment for Matt Dunstone sweeping. There's always the odd snide remark in here. These guys are pretty quippy.
Well, it was the team that posted that video of Matt falling down the first time he tried to sweep a rock. Of course, Matt, a very accomplished skip through juniors, but skipping all through juniors, he probably hasn't done a lot of sweeping in recent years. Going back to maybe when he was, who knows, 15, 16 years old, perhaps.
So Aaron Schmidt here looking for the corner guard peel.
Clean her down.
Aaron and Scott go a long way back in their curling careers.
Sorry, Schmitty, that finished a lot harder than I thought. Throw a 10. Yep.
Scott referencing the curl out there. We have seen a little bit more curl today than we did yesterday.
Well, I think they figured they had the peel and the easy roll out, and it stops for a corner guard.
Must have been a hard finish there.
That's exactly what he said. Caught him by surprise.
Close. Clean, yep. Whoa. Whoa. Heavy. Yep. Yes. Yes.
Chance here for Kirk Myers to try and hit and roll under that corner guard.
11-3.
Weight might have been down just a little bit.
Didn't even remove it from the rings.
Stuff in the rings. Is that change our decision?
Try this again.
Okay.
We're at the back, I think.
Straight peel.
Yeah. Yep. Hard.
Hard, Speedy.
Impossible shot.
What do you think, 9?
In turn 9.
Just off the edge?
Yeah.
Scott apologizing there to Aaron for losing the sweep on his first one.
Throw like a 9.
Yeah.
Good one.
Steve Laycock now settling into the hacks for his first stone here
Kind of speed?
in the opening end.
Yep. Good.
Yep.
Yep. Gotta go. Right to it. Gotta go. Hard, Kirk. Good scrub, guys. Great scrub.
Makes the hit. Shooter rolls across, does hang on the back 12-foot.
What do you want, this or this?
Well, since it's going to be an open hit, I'm going to tell a little story right now. They've been calling Warren Jackson, his nickname is Jimmy, and we were trying to figure out how you got Jimmy out of worried Warren Jackson, and we got an email from Derek Bowe. Answers our question. He said it's actually nothing too exciting, but the guys were all sitting around watching TSN Sports Desk in their university days one night, and the basketball highlights were on, and Jimmy Jackson of the Dallas Mavericks was making everything. Threes from everyone. Jimmy Jackson from the paint. Jimmy Jackson from the line. So good old Greg Anholt, or Boo Boo as we used to call him, named him Jimmy, and it's stuck ever since. So there's the answer to our Jimmy question.
Kirk's went pretty hard.
Inquiring minds want to know.
That's right.
That still leaves a few questions for the Bits team at the break, if you get the chance. Oh, with the rollout, Steve Laycock gets a chance to try to find draw weight.
Just seeing a little heavier right now. Yeah, so I think about a 14.5. It should be a 3.05 for you. I think so.
He's going to try to come towards that corner with that one lone red stone out in front. It's not covering much of the rings, but if you could get just a biter, you'd make the removal difficult.
Well, we saw that this afternoon when Drew Height drew exactly in that, just the opposite side of the sheet, but he put it in for just a teeny tiny little bite and ended up taking 2 points on that shot.
Line's good. Line's good. Doesn't need to curl anymore.
Kirk, if anyone.
14-4. Whoa, looks here. Yep, go, 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 go.
Curl?
Yep, curl hard. Whoa.
Attaboy, Stevie.
Great job.
There's a nice one.
Good job, guys.
Puts that right on the edge of the 12-foot.
I want to throw at that. Throw a house? Okay. I'll take a look from the other end.
Okay, might be a hack.
See, when you say it that way, you have to remember that the Regina teams use a different terminology. You look at a rock like that and you say you're going to throw a house. Some guys would think that might be fairly hard.
Yeah.
There's a good look at it. You can probably see about half.
So some of the experience that Kim alluded to that this team has has 2 provincial titles and has played in most of these tankards along the way.
Hard. Soft. Clean. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Makes the hit.
Good throw, Scotty.
Even able to get enough of that stone to keep his shooter in play at the back of the 12-foot.
Matty. You betcha. Can I wait? 9? Yep.
Be nice back there. Go, bud.
Speed? 9. 9. I don't know. Be nice up the middle here, I think.
Yeah, mine actually curled a fair bit.
Okay. Whoa, whoa.
A little heavy.
Clean. 8.5.
Easy.
Easy, easy, easy. Whoa.
Easy.
Clean.
Whoa, no, no, no.
Heavy, Steve.
No.
Clean.
Good.
Matt Dunstone makes the hit, stays right there.
I guess, eh? Yeah, okay.
Scott Bitts will have to make a play on this stone. Nothing to really roll behind, so he'll just try to stay in the rings and make sure that at least Matt Dunstone has to make a play on it to get the blank.
Control.
Okay. That way was probably a bit soft.
Soft, yeah, I agree.
Get heavy now.
Go hard. Easy.
Little up. Clean. Clean. Whoa.
Scott Bitts, with his final stone, makes the hit, stays right there. Matt Dunstone will have to hit and roll out to get the blank end here.
Hit a 3 and roll out. You betcha.
Straight at her, bud.
Just keep it split in the center line, we're laughing.
Yep, you bet.
Final stone here in the first end of play. Matt Dunstone with the in-turn hit, looking to blank the first.
Shot.
Makes the hit, makes the rollout. No score on the board. After one end of play, it'll be Steve Laycock's foursome maintaining last rock into the second end.
There is, yep. Yeah, way more than we've seen.
Crown jewel has been stolen. For almost 40 years it has been kept far from its home. Saskatchewan, the time has come. So don your green and will your team back to glory. This Tim Hortons Briar, be there for history in the making.
Get on your game with Asham Curling Supplies. Customize your slide with the all-new Express Ultralight and Club Shoe, featuring the style, comfort, and performance you expect from Asham. Sweep the competition with our Pro Grip gloves and ultralight carbon fiber, composite, and fiberglass handles, plus World Curling Federation approved pads.
Hey folks, I'm Arnold Asham. For 39 years, our product has been satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies, online, in-store, and at your club.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we will keep you up to date on all the other games here. There's one other B semifinal and 2 C games. Let's get underway in the updates.
Well, we just finished up the first end, and Brock Virtue had hammer on his first shot. He was looking at 3 Kendall stones, but he had 4th shot, so he makes a double on his first one, keeps the shooter. Brady needed to hit the stick for a shot, but rolls, and a delicate, precise takeout permitted 2 points for the Virtue team to start out here in this B semifinal.
And this is our feature game. You saw the pretty much wide open first end and a blank, and so it's still 0-0, Bits and Laycock.
Rock's in play up front, but Adam Casey had a throw through for the first end blank, so 0-0 against Jeff Hartung.
And over on sheet 4 is our hometown team, Brent Geddick, who happens to be in a ton of trouble. He's looking at 2, all lined up on center line, not really anywhere to get at him, and he has the last shot still to come. Looking at a angle run back here.
Wait for it.
We'll have to let you know how that works out. Back to our feature sheet.
Back on our feature sheet, I was pretty excited because I saw Scott call a center guard, now a corner guard, and now we're into
Line's
it.
good.
Later.
5-6. Whoa.
Don't need to yet.
Whoa. Line's good. Yep. Full ship. Yep. Hard. Hard line. Hard. Good, Lalo. Just by.
Ooh, very nice. Good sweeping.
Shot, Rory. Good throw, boy.
Brings it into the forefoot, but probably came out into the open on the other side there. You can see it did. So Steve Laycock will ignore that. Try to draw behind the corner guard.
Top 12. I'd like to go.
Sorry, that big cheer was for the hometown team. They made a angle run triple, and I think they got 1, almost
Really nice.
2. They're measuring for 2.
That was an amazing shot that Brent just had.
Yep.
Brought a roar from the crowd. We do have a lot of people here tonight.
Come on, Manny, go, Manny, go.
Beauty. Great shot.
What doesn't necessarily show in the pictures as we're looking at the rink, there are a lot of luxury boxes, sky boxes, second deck here at the beautiful Affinity place, and lots of people are up in those boxes watching. And the patch is right next door, all lined up with our SaskTel TV Max connection. So lots of people like watching in the patch. It's very social over there.
Nice throw. Nice shots, Ray.
The only thing is when you're watching in the patch, you miss all this stuff that goes on the other sheets.
I like 11.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
you
so
don't
we
go
had 11
thirsty.
on your hit last
But you don't go thirsty.
Okay, that wasn't even
Good point.
Actually, from what I've heard, the goldfish races have been going strong
Oh,
over
that,
there
the
as
time
well.
was an 11. Okay.
They've got
Yeah.
some fun games happening over there.
Dial her in.
Easy.
Hair soft. Hair quiet. Clean it. Hair light.
So I've seen a lot of teams here throw another corner guard up on their second shot, but Steve opting to try to remove the red bitstone here while he's got access to it.
Gotta go.
Just gets it by.
Did you get on the time there, Steve?
Okay. 12.
I was full too, eh? Like
Makes the hit and actually rolls out to the open just about half a rock on the other side.
Okay. House hit.
Aaron Schmidt will look to make the play on the stone and then 12-foot and see if he can't roll over towards shot rock.
So they might be figuring out that one stone of Kurt's because he was light rolled out on across the top on his first one here in this first end.
Hard. Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard, boys.
Hard, 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 hard.
Pretty late, eh? I said light, I was saying, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, no, I think just me or whatever. Sure.
Hit and roll under.
Bit of a chance for the double there, but an underthrow by Aaron. He had the right
11.
angle,
Okay.
right setup, but
Jeez, pretty close. Yeah. A little bit more. Yeah.
Just had to throw it harder.
Well, I think
I
they
don't
were
think
playing
they were
just the
playing
hit and
that.
roll. Yeah, so
Yeah.
if he throws
Got
more weight,
caught
he
in
hits
between.
it thicker and rolls in front of it.
Still airsoft.
good.
Yep.
Clean.
Good.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
Yep.
Weight's perfect.
Hard.
Roll it outside.
Shooter.
Roll it, Matty. Go.
Good. 10 and a half.
So again, just playing the hit and roll under.
Okay. You're on the broom, just a little soft,
A
right?
little bit soft for weight, I think. Yeah. I think stick was all right.
Okay.
Clean.
Heavy house.
Whoa. Clean.
Close. No.
Yep.
Yep. No.
Hard. Nice throw, Jim.
Warren Jackson with the hit and roll across just past the guard.
Yeah, on the other side.
Yeah. Seen Kirkies with a 12, I guess.
Still, that's a pretty good roll. It
For 11
does
here?
get
11, you
the
betcha.
stones on the same side of that guard. Might set up a double yet.
well, Steve had indicated he'd certainly like to avoid that by getting across this one and rolling away a little bit to the other side.
Yeah, if we can ever roll all the way across the guard, but if it's hanging, we'll go to nose.
Yeah. Kind of weight.
11.
Absolutely the last thing you would want is to roll underneath the guard. He either wants to hit on a nose or roll past it. You roll underneath the guard, you're behind the tee line. Scott Bitts won't take very long to put the broom down for a freeze.
Pretty good. Clean.
11 and a half.
Whoa, then.
Easy.
Whoa.
Quiet.
Whoa.
Close.
Off.
Close.
Right off.
Oh.
Right off. Right off. Might be good. Good shot.
Beauty.
Makes the hit, stays right there.
Very nice.
Double's there, but it's thin on the first one. Could play the hit and roll.
Well, either way.
Same weight.
Okay.
And he opts for the hit and roll behind that center guard.
Yeah.
Clean.
House.
Close. Clean.
It's clean.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Whoa. Hit. Hard. Hard.
Makes the hit. This is going to roll past the guard, and will it hang on for shot rock?
Yeah, that's exactly the spot that the Laycock team lost one as well. So I think it's just
hangs on
curling
for
and
shot.
a little more than they're expecting.
So they have to make a play on it, but they're happy enough back here that
Stevie.
these rocks will be pretty much even across. Nothing that Scott will want to freeze to necessarily.
Yeah, no.
So Steve can stay here, knows even just roll it a touch outside on the broom.
If that would have rolled maybe 2-3 inches further, Steve Laycock might have had a chance to try to set up 3 here if he wanted to.
Hair
Easy.
soft, baby. A hair soft.
Whoa.
Hair soft.
Whoa. Clean.
Pretty close. A hair soft.
Clean.
Yep.
Whoa. Clean
Yes.
up. Yep.
Hard.
Good. Shot, Steve.
Was I right?
What? 10-4.
Steve Laycock right on the nose. You can see those 2 stones almost exactly dead even across the house.
Yeah, I'd call those even.
Yeah, I don't see a double there.
No.
Post. Okay. Try and roll her. Sounds good. To the middle.
Scott Bitts trying to roll to the middle here, you heard him say. I don't know if he can roll to the middle and still be shot rock.
House. Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Go right.
Hard.
Hard, Rory.
Hard for a piece.
All right, Scotty.
Softer than me?
Just gets a little rub on that stone, enough to get it out of play.
I'm just, the only problem would be speed. What do we think speed-wise?
Should be okay. We're okay out here.
It's the right call. If
14, 7.
I think so, Steve.
I think so, yeah.
Played a bunch of hits. That's what I mean. 1475.
Going to play the
It's
draw
gonna
to the
be
corner. That was the
foot behind the
discussion
tee.
about where they want to be.
Just basically
Mike,
replace
am I
the
gonna be
rock
okay with
that
14
Scott
3/4?
removed.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
exactly what Alan and I were
you could try to come around that center guard. The
14
problem is if you make it any
3/4.
good, Scott Bitts is just going to hit the open one anyway, so you're not getting more than
Communicate
2.
with Steve. If we're
And if you
really
ever put it in the
high,
top
that's-
8 foot
gonna be
and
14,
he hits and rolls behind
Okay, so you wanna be a
cover
foot-
in the
wanna be a
back
foot
of the 8
behind
foot.
the
First one.
Yeah. So you put this stone pretty much right back where the last one was. You know you're going to have a shot for 2.
Well, big ad.
Perfect.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree, Duke. Let's go, buddy.
Curling
We gotta go,
early.
Duke.
Foot behind tee, guys.
We can go, Duke. Okay, we're getting good. You gotta go.
Curling
Come on, keep
early.
her going, Duke.
Foot behind tee.
Yep, you can still go.
Come on,
buddy.
Dallin.
Pull, man. Pull.
Come on, Dallin.
It's gonna
Go.
be good, buddy.
Split the tee.
Come on.
Come on, Duke.
Everything you get, help. Go,
Go,
go, go,
you
go,
got it.
go,
Really
go, go,
good,
go, go.
Great
Great
sweep,
sweep.
boys.
That was some fantastic
Fantastic
sweeping.
sweep.
Too much respect for my ability to throw a double.
Yeah,
Play that
we
again,
get
man.
shot this way anyway.
What's up?
This was the one to get shot
None.
with anyway. Not mind you. Not when you might be able to roll behind the corners is easy too. Okay.
Bro, this just did.
Throw a little up a bit then.
Like normal with the
I
same
think
ice?
so.
So I need to make the long roll. We're trying to roll behind the center here.
Interesting, Kirk,
Throw
on
normal,
that
just
sweep
normal, okay. Yeah,
there,
everything's
the
finishing a little harder
encouragement.
tonight, just like last
And the
night.
word was pull. Like everyone knows when on your brush stroke, you're trying to make your pull stroke, the one coming back to, stronger. Because the push stroke is your strong one, your pull one isn't very strong, and that's what
Right.
everybody works to strengthen. And that's what Kirk kept encouraging Dallin to do, is to get the pull in order to drag that rock back far enough.
Normal up.
Whoa, then.
Whoa.
Scott Bitts looking to roll towards the middle here.
Okay.
Going to get just the nose hit.
Draw for his 2.
1475 again? Yep. Little bit. Or
Same
what?
way.
Going to play the hit.
What are we thinking?
Well, I
Has
think
it
he's
been
drawing,
played, but
drawing
Oh,
to
is
the
he?
middle.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 1475.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think the one you
1475.
just threw there was a little more than that.
I got 14.9 on that. On the
You
hog,
got that one
yeah.
swept in.
Yeah.
Same weight, Duke, or a pound less than that?
But it is interesting to
I think
note
it
he
should
could
be perfect
he could
there.
play the hit with the same broom.
Yeah.
He's looking at
Either way.
Yeah.
close to 5 feet of curl here that he's expecting to get towards the center line. Maybe 4.5. Probably doesn't want to flirt with that guard too much.
Well, we've seen big curl. That is almost the ice that it takes to go around that center.
Good. Little wider path. You're on the button path, guys.
You're in the good line.
Archer said early it might be a little bit heavy. They haven't really done much to it, but they're staying close.
Good boy.
Good shot.
And even on these open draws, it's always about finding that button.
And he does put it on the back half of the button, so Steve Laycock's team will pick up the 2 points. Scott Bitts will have last rock when we come back.
White Ice, the ice paint people, set out to develop a very specific ice paint product that would satisfy the needs of the professional ice maker in both hockey and curling. White Ice was successfully formulated and tested, and distribution began in 1988 and has since expanded their line of products and services to meet the needs of today's professional ice makers. White Ice is distributed by Eastside Paint and Wallpaper in Saskatoon, who is also a signature Benjamin Moore paint dealer. White Ice and Eastside Paint and Wallpaper, defining the game.
Introducing the all-new heated cab for the John Deere 1R tractor. Simply captivating.
Welcome back, everyone. We'll quickly update all of the scores here in this evening's draw.
The Brady Kendall team was looking at 2 virtue stones on Brady's last shot, so he was forced to do a nose hit. He did stay for the 1 point and is now down 2-1, playing the third with Brock Virtue.
Well, Matt Dunstone made that nice draw for 2, so score in our feature game, 2-0 Laycock over Bitts, playing 3.
Well, you know as much as I do. Reading the scoreboard, it's blanked. I don't know how it happened, but they didn't have very many rocks in play that end. 0-0 playing the third.
And over here, that measure after that fantastic shot gave the Gedeck team just 1 point. So, and we're still in the second end, and rocks still to come. So, 1-0 right now. Gedeck over Jacobson.
First stone here of this third end comes into the top of the 8-foot. Scott Bitts asking Rory Golanowski to throw the corner guard.
Like it. Yep.
Work a bit.
That's good.
Good stroke, boys.
Good shot.
Good throw. Shot, right?
Tight's good. If you go top 12's okay too.
I think same weight. Same or a pound less.
How much is a pound less?
Yeah, a little.
Pretty close.
Thought it was strong.
16 ounces.
Curl it a little early. For sure gotta get it in.
Okay.
Don't think we're in.
Gotta go. It's corner guard.
Tighter the better. Anyways, come on.
Good scrubbing.
Well, they were looking to come to cover their own shot stone, perhaps even into the rings. That over curled.
Yeah.
Scott Bitts asking Rory Golanowski to remove the shot stone, and we'll try to roll towards their corner guard here.
Yep, go then.
I'll stay hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice throw, Rory.
Big finish there. I don't think they were trying to roll that way, but came tight by the yellow and actually gets a corner underneath it.
Yeah, no, yellow's in a good spot.
Throw the 10.
Yeah. All right, Kirky. Attack it, man.
So Kirk Myers playing second, a newer position for him. He's usually been a third in his curling career, but with Colton Flash leaving the team there late last season, and they brought in Matt Dunstone to replace Colton as a player, it's taken a couple of lineup changes to get most comfortable with the talents that has now been amassed here. So by the time it all settled out, Kirk ended up at second position, and well, he's so versatile a player. He can play anywhere, and a great sweeper. I do miss Kirk in the house, though, because he and Steve had a really nice rapport. And Kirk's always such a positive cheerleader kind of a person, but on the other hand, he gets to work with his brother now more often.
Yep.
Same.
Weight was good. That weight was good?
Yeah.
A little heavier. Weight's good.
Kirk Myers again trying to make the hit on this red shot stone, sitting full 12.
Yep. Clean. Whoa.
2 more hits on this, it might be out of the rings. Well, he's going to roll over a bit this time.
10.5, Steve.
Okay. That way was okay, boys?
I like that.
Okay.
Yep.
Bit bigger?
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Hard, Jimmy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey.
Aaron Schmidt with the nose hit, and well, Steve Laycock may have a chance to get a roll under cover here.
Gonna wait, Steve.
10.
Let's go, bud.
Steve looking to roll underneath that tight center guard here. He does know it'll leave a very short run back to get the double, but it'll keep Scott Bitts out of the house.
Good. Little
Easy.
heavy. Good.
Easy.
Hey, off,
Good.
off. A little heavy. Yep.
Whoa.
Just a hair. Yep.
And those hits not bad here
Whoa,
either.
whoa, whoa. I got 9-9. That's fine.
Very nice.
That's what we saw earlier on that sheet too. A couple of those spots ran very straight. I think that's the Jacobson Virtue game. They thinking that a couple of those spots, I just said it was like a trough there. No matter how they played it, it was running to the same spot.
Warren Jackson now has to roll towards the center line side, or he won't be in the rings.
Close. Close, yep. Whoa. Whoa. No.
Whoa. That's a nice shot.
Makes
Jimmy.
the hit.
Okay, good shot, Jimmy.
Rolls a couple of inches. I think it's biting.
We'll try and get this.
Too close to leave it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna throw.
Seen a couple with this in.
Yeah,
Those
I'm
ain't
gonna
bad,
throw.
eh?
They were better to get one in.
Okay.
10 there.
Yep. Hitting just a little bit less than half.
I think right on half is
I think
good.
3 is good, yeah. Warmer in here tonight, isn't it?
That's nice. Gonna wait, Steve?
10.
Okay. Let's go, bud.
Yeah, it's to that comment, we haven't seen all of the jackets come off. You've got guys doing heavy sweep out here and keeping their jackets, but keeping the facility cool here has certainly helped the quality of ice, because the ice has been outstanding.
Yeah. The surface has been great too. It doesn't break down later on in the game.
How's the weight? Pretty
Easy.
good. Good. Clean.
Easy.
Whoa.
Close.
Off. Right off.
975.
Can't. It's real close.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Steve Laycock looking to hit and roll in, touches the back end of his own stone.
Yeah,
Spin it a bit.
Good. Beauty. Shot, Stevie.
Just gets a little spin at the end. That might be enough to get the corner of that stone under cover.
Throw that.
I think so.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have had to hit that too much thicker, or thicker to come straight back off his own.
Don't know if there's much room there for Warren to be able to duck under there. So
Easy.
Steve's happy though that this shooter's probably going to stay out on the open side, not an opportunity to go behind the red corner, I think, for a force or for an extra point for Scott.
Gonna have to go to get it by. Doesn't get it by.
We lifted. Sorry, guys. What's up?
Edge on edge here.
Clips that yellow stone, puts it into the 8-foot.
Scott said as soon as he called off the sweep, it just jumped.
Yeah. Happen to be just kind of top 12.
Well, that leaves just as much risk.
Looked like Warren had the weight that was expected to, and big curl.
I'm not sure what we're doing. I think it'll just come.
Don't hate that.
Even if we come here, right? Here makes the double. He knows.
Yeah, I think go here.
Sure.
He makes that double at the house split, and if he plays this roll, it's a short run.
Yeah, totally.
Bite the 4 is good, guys.
I like that.
Got the full explanation there.
Can we take the other turn? We take this out turn?
We can, yep.
Do you mind?
Well,
whichever, I don't.
Whichever you guys want.
Well,
We've
thrown this out turn more. That's my only theory. Is that okay with you?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of curl here, I thought.
Yeah, lots of curl. Speed's nice. Give us that 1475.
What was I going to say? Yeah, like top 4 is probably. I draw the button here, kind of thing. Top 4 is the highest we want to be.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. You can go
I think if we cover the lid, that's just as
give
good
us
as
1475.
Okay.
Matt Dunstone with his first stone here in the third end. Already sitting wide. 2.
Where is it?
It's a little heavy. We're
going to make the shot.
Yeah, we're really close. I just got to leave it a bit.
14-1. I think higher the better still.
Attaboy, Matty.
Good.
Slides into the back button area.
But opportunity here for Scott to do something with his shooter here, remove that rock off the button and try to roll over maybe behind that rock and the just biting the top 8-foot, be half open. Oh, it looks like he's going to freeze down, tap, try to get the jam now that that rock is behind the.
Looked at a couple of options. I looked at hitting and rolling off that stone at the edge of the 8-foot on top of the one that was just delivered as well. If you're going to try to play that, probably the easiest way to get there is the freeze. Just throw it as a draw rather than try to make the perfect roll.
They will be, but we got the double. Off the wing if we need it. Okay. So what do you want to see here?
I think that 80 is pretty good.
Line's tight. Tight line. 6. Line's tight. Straight freeze. Straight freeze. Line's still tight. Tight line. Other side though. Yeah.
Just over curled a hair. Great weight.
Good sweep. That's the best.
Yes, this should be.
I think it is, and if you lose it, whatever. It's kind of an uncomfortable hit versus draw on that one anyway.
Well, the
right?
thing I think
your best bet is here.
That's what we want to make for sure. Okay.
In turn right on the 3, or are you seeing the out?
I was kind of seeing the in turn actually. I've thrown that a little bit more.
Blow it out and make him draw the 4-foot.
Your peel went pretty straight down here. It should be good.
I think peel weight,
And that there is this side.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So Scott with great weight there, but just that little bit of a curl and a big opportunity here for Matt Dunstone to remove both these rocks and try. I think they're trying to put a shooter there just over behind that top 12-foot, 8-foot biter.
Yeah, basically, so he doesn't have a nose hit for the single point, and he'll have to draw. The saving grace there for Scott Bitts is he just threw it.
Exactly. The good news is he's going to throw the same shot again.
Yep. Go, Kirky.
Gotta go.
Straight pick. Straight pick.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, it's right in the middle. It's fine.
Makes the hit. Pulls both the Yellowstones out as well.
Or you can just play the open hit for your one now.
You can now.
Control, okay.
Scott Bitts with his final stone here in the second end, facing two Laycock counters. Shot rocking the 8-foot. He needs a nose hit. If he curls a little past the nose, he's got all kinds of room to roll, but if he stays on the broom side, he doesn't have very much room before he wouldn't be shot rock.
Bit soft.
Correct. Nose is fine, though.
Got to keep the sweep on here because this is where they lost Aaron's on the curl, but Scott's got a little bit more weight than what Aaron did, but ooh, just about lost it here. They got to hope it hangs on. Good thing they had that much room to roll.
If Steve was a better sweeper.
Oh, well. You ask him about that at the fifth end, why don't you? Steve Laycock with the 2-1 lead here after 3 ends.
As Canada's grain industry leader, Viterra and its employees are connected to their communities across Western Canada. Through its community investment program, Viterra supports a wide variety of causes and initiatives, including those focused on sports and recreation that encourage teamwork, integrity, and high performance. These same values guide Viterra's employees when providing farm customers with trusted advice and quality service. Viterra is a proud sponsor of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
All right, people, let's get to work. Lights off.
Ma'am, there's someone at the door. Unknown male, might be a salesman.
Take care of it. You, drop the temperature. I'm roasting.
Ma'am, your straightening iron. Shall I pull the plug?
Yes. While you're at it, leave room for milk.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we've got another update for you on all of the games here in this evening's draw.
Well, the Brock Virtue team has just picked right up where they were in the 4 o'clock game they just came off of. Had a great third end here with some really nice shots made. Brock had a draw for 2. Just had to get a piece of the 8-foot, no problem. 4-1. Brock Virtue in this B semifinal game playing the 4th end.
This is our feature game. We just saw that nice hit and stick there by Scott Bitts. So the score 2-1, Laycock over Bitts.
Well, Adam Casey never one afraid to work with opposition stones, though, but yet again was facing multiple possible points against him. But looking at 5, he drew into a piece of the 4-foot cold and counted as 1 point to take a 1-0 lead over Jeff Hartung.
It was a force of 1 for Jason Jacobson in the second end. Still playing the third, so the score is tied up there, 1-1.
Really good. Full 8. Top 8. I'm good. Good. Top 8. Good. Could get tight. Tight.
Hard
Just
line.
fighting 8.
Hard line.
Come on, Chris.
Dallin Myers looking to come around
Keep going,
that
it'll
center
still twist,
guard.
It'll still twist.
Actually
sweep,
rubs
guys.
it on the way
Yeah.
by, and with that last little spin, he's almost half underneath the guard.
Working us today.
Take care in there, buddy. Top 4.
Rory Golanowski now will look to come around from the out-turn side with that Yellowstone
Line's
blocking
good.
the in-turn.
5, 6. 5. 6.
So just the 1 sweeper there for Aaron. Warren just off with a refreshment break.
Hard.
Just observing the good sweeping that
I
Rory's
like the
come
way
up
he
to do.
He walked by and watched.
But Aaron did.
Yeah.
But Aaron did think that was a little bit deeper. He thought it was a 5-6 when Rory first let go. 2 sweepers might have helped that one. But we heard
Weight's good.
Warren last night,
Yep.
several comments
We're there
about
right now.
the quantity of sweeping out there, so he was just making sure he's going to be well refreshed for the second half of this game.
Well, and he's saving himself. He wants to make sure that he's okay for the second half.
I think so.
Line's good for T.
Yeah. You gotta go. Just biting teeth.
Really good. Good shot.
So already early pressure on here by the Laycock team with these two Yellowstones in the rings.
Wait, it'll finish.
Aaron Schmidt now looking to make a play on this stone. It's just delivered.
Clean.
Yeah.
Likely be content with a nose hit for now. They'll try to creep this
Yep.
forward in the
Whoa,
house
whoa.
before they try any kind of a
Yep,
roll.
yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, they are going for the roll.
Good shot. Good throw.
Got about halfway there.
10.
Okay.
Well, I think Scott would like to see the play come into the center here so that he can utilize a couple of those center rocks and see if he can get this hammer back or just get a 1 point on the board for somebody.
10 speed. 10.
I don't think he'd mind seeing these ones roll out though, so that he could actually use a draw to get underneath those stones, get to the top of the
Weight's
house.
good.
The one thing
Weight's
about that
good. Yep.
stone of Rory Golanowski's that
Yep.
didn't quite get around the yellow.
Clean.
It hooked
Yeah,
on
weight's
that
good.
yellow.
Coming
Those
off a
two
bit.
stones
Yeah.
are overlapped just a little bit. If you could ever get a chance to draw around there, there's nothing to run back.
Good sweep, guys. 10-1.
Same thing.
Okay. Same weight.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
So another chance here for Aaron Schmidt to try to roll.
Hard.
Looks like they're going to try to roll underneath.
Hard.
Whoa. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Jimmy.
Makes the hit, but it's right on the nose. And now that rock has come forward enough in the house that for
Same
Steve
way.
Laycock, a roll underneath would leave you in front of the
Go
two
to
line.
here's good too.
Okay. Hey, Kirk. Attack this, buddy. Weight's good.
Easy.
Little extra. Just clean, Duke. Extra. It's in the lines.
Yep. Hard. Shooter, Matt.
Good call, Stevie.
That's good.
Very nice.
9-5.
Change of plans there halfway down. Rolls a little farther away from the guard just to make this roll back a little more difficult.
Heavy house. Heavy house.
Yep. Hard. Yeah, right up.
Warren Jackson makes the hit, but shooter's going to roll all the way across, and boy, can't tell if that stayed in the rings or not. Certainly not enough to worry Steve Laycock. He's already got shot rock and a chance to come
Just
around.
get a hair more if any.
Okay.
14-5. Yeah, it's half sweep, isn't it? Going around it all, eh?
Now with the
14-5 is a half sweep.
the stagger on those guards, he's coming around the yellow, because if he came around from the other side, they could actually slash the yellow into it and maybe get both of them. Gets half around from this side, there won't be much that Scott Bitts can do to get both of these rocks out.
The only thing to remember is it curls so hard that you could actually over curl with this turn and
Well,
perhaps still have that
Line's good.
slash that you were just talking about.
true, I think you have to overcurl by quite a bit. You can't see all of that yellow stone.
Hard line. You gotta keep this out there, boys. Hard, you gotta go.
Well, they know that big curl's coming, Kim. They're listening to you there and
Whoa, 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 whoa.
trying to
whoa,
keep it
whoa.
out there as long as they
Whoa.
can.
I think this is plan B.
Plan
Get a
B.
bounce, you gotta get a bounce. Okay.
Hair light too.
I think that might have been the bigger part of the problem. You have about 6 feet more weight on that. It holds out there a little bit longer, you get by.
Yeah, 'cause that was pretty tough. That was a good hard sweep the whole way down.
Now it's a nose double.
I missed the weight call, Scotty. I missed the weight.
Normal.
Was it here?
Normal.
Normal.
So Warren Jackson looking to make the double now.
Clean. Yep. Yeah, hard. Yep. Hard.
Hard, Rory.
Right up.
Hold it, buddy.
Hard. Right up. Right up.
Just over curls, drives it by the second stone and hands the opportunity right back.
So I think even if we come here, he's going to get here.
Yeah, he's going to go there.
Yeah.
I think so.
Be a nicer pass.
So he was taken way out here in the shootout.
Yeah. Is it not going to line up for him?
Not unless we're way open.
Okay.
So he was here in the shootout. I think he's probably
I think you're going to run straighter than him, too.
This is fresher here.
Yeah, I like
well, there's been no draws, has there?
I think he squashed it.
I agree, but I think he can.
It's a good look at those angles. And Kirk Myers was asking about, they're going to try to come around
Yeah, it hasn't been used since then,
the stones
though, right?
on the center, and he's a little worried
So,
that they might
same
line it
weight
up.
or
And
just a hair more?
Steve said if it's way open, I think if
Or the
he's
same
top
pretty
4
much.
foot, it probably lined up. If he gets into that button area, it probably goes over the top.
Yeah, I know, but we swept it the whole way and it just moved.
Yeah, they're still talking
I know, but we were out in like brand new pebble.
ice as well. We know this will curl.
Okay, Rube.
I like to go.
I like to go
Easy
too.
early if you can. Lots of line.
Where's your business?
That'll be good.
Gotta go.
Lots of line. Line's good.
Bit of room.
Yep.
Gotta go.
Line's real good,
It's
boys.
coming in good, guys.
Bite the lid. Whoa. Oh, it's got a curl big. It looks here.
That's heavy.
No, just leave it. Just
No.
leave it. Just leave it. Make him move it.
Do not want to come behind the tee line on this, but that's what's going to happen.
Oh, and perfectly behind the tee line as
Yeah,
in one
and,
rock.
you know, Kirk Myers wanted to jump on the sweep on that, and they might have been better off to let him. That's not far enough behind the tee line. I think if Scott Bitts freezes on that, you can't sit on it again and be shot.
I agree with you.
On it, Scotty? Sure.
What I'd like to know is if Steve actually did throw 6 feet more weight on that, or if there are 2 different weight paths out there.
What do you want, 80?
Yeah.
85?
80 no less. Like, it's that 80, positive 80. Your last one was 77.
Okay, good.
Kind of flat, and we took it the whole way to tee. Little extension.
Line's tight. Hard. Hard.
5.
Hard.
Worried about line more than weight, I
Hard
think.
line.
Well, if they're calling
Hard line.
5, they're worried about weight too.
Yeah.
I think 5 might have been optimistic.
So that's a couple of times
Right,
have not been able to take advantage of the
Like just kind of this
mistakes of the
chick here.
Laycock team.
Let's leave
Marty,
his
if I
shooter in
think
a
he gets
decent
out of it.
spot.
That's
So
what I was thinking is.
So
that's
even
why
if you
Steve
chip this
Laycock
up a
taking a
bit's
look at
fine,
making a
right?
play on that stone.
Yeah, like a peel?
Yeah.
Might be able to make a play on it and sit 3. That's why they're playing peel. You get anything to the inside of that, it comes across and
Peel if we nose it. or
nudges
even
that
to the
other red
inside's
stone
okay.
over just a little bit.
Pretty good. Nose would be bonanza, eh?
No, nose is fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's go, buddy. Let's really work for that.
Yeah.
Haven't heard the term bonanza lately, but I think I know what it means.
You betcha. Let's go, buddy. Straight at her.
Yep. Yep.
Clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Clean. Yep.
Clean.
Yep.
Good.
Makes the hit. Does come across, nudges that red stone just a little bit.
Shot, Matty.
I think so.
Run that.
Or
All the
that.
yellows go.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Scott
Yeah, I
Bitts
see
looking
that
at the
too.
run back.
Or
They
which
might
one
be able to
you
get rid of
thinking?
all
Short
3
one?
yellows.
Short one or the long one?
I was thinking the 6.
Gotcha.
Hammering it.
Might be able to make it either way. but
Jamming or?
Well, that's why I was looking at 1. Right dead on the nose and get the drag this way.
Almost looks from here like you can do it either way. Although I
Or the draw's
see
still
the
there.
3 going through from the center.
Not ultra keen on that. I'm not super hot on the draw. I'm reeling in confidence with the draw.
Well, this is dicier, right? I mean, you could tickle this little guy, get
I think it's this.
bit of
Well,
fuck
yeah.
all. You tickle this or this, we get very little.
I just threw that, and I think there with peel works.
Because there with normal, I got the
peel
nose.
it.
Might not get the back line, obviously.
There with firm, yep.
I agree with Scott
I don't know that it's going across.
in that if he gets
Yeah.
the one in the middle straight
Peel it.
back,
Okay.
the drag will work for him for sure.
Me neither.
But Warren's point is valid, is that one's a little bit dicier. It
I
actually
agree.
has to go between the red on the left and the
Exactly.
yellow at the front of the 12-foot. This way you're sure you can make contact with a couple of rocks.
Right.
It's just whether or not the line is right on the run back stone to roll it out. Well, we're going to find out in about 7 seconds.
Yep. Easy.
Clean, clean.
There's the hit. How does it come back? Enough to get a piece of that stone. Solid piece. And I don't
Just
think
missed.
it rolled far enough.
Not quite.
I think yellow's
In
still
turn right
shot.
here, our easiest.
Yellow's still shot,
gotta be us,
but
right, Steve?
Yeah.
all of the
In-turn here, our easiest
natural draw paths are kind of blocked off right now.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Don't have to tap
I'm
that
not
one
seeing
very
either
far.
the out or the in draw, though.
Just go with your gut. What are they looking at, Kirk?
My gut was
Whatever you're
this.
feeling.
My
I don't
gut
think
was
we want
that.
to play this.
I just
There
think we
you
know
see
the
it
tap
again.
better than what we know the tap.
Okay, go with it. Yeah, we are. I like
It's the
playing this
outside. You can see enough of the drag. It hit that back
wait.
one fairly thick.
Satter out here.
Warren Jackson
Play the
pretty much
tap,
ready
Steve.
right when it made
Out.
contact.
Apparently it looks
Just
a lot
not
different
able to
from out
get
here.
that last
think right
half
here is
of the
done.
spin to
Oh, we're playing the tap.
make the stone at the front of the 12-foot shot rock.
Just like a back eight, hey?
Yeah.
So
I was
playing
gonna
the
play the
tap.
in-turn draw, but it looked a lot different from the other side of the hog line.
Yeah, so tap it.
Yeah, we're gonna tap.
Yeah, I like this.
So I think aim for like a half rock on half rock high.
100%. I think we need about a 14 if we're going to hit half rock.
Okay.
14 would be really
So
nice.
what I'll aim for is basically what I gave you. Yeah.
Or a pinch more will
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let him know so he knows where we need to hit it.
For sure.
Does have a lot of house to work with here on this tap up, so there are 2 or 3 different ways to make this, just in the sense that he can go straight back or he can come in on the angle, and he's got that whole 8-foot area to get this front rock into, so a little bit of wiggle room here to make this shot for 2.
Felt heavy.
Good.
Hard
That's
line,
done
hard
for
line.
the final stone here.
Yeah.
And number 4 looking for an angle run in.
Clean. Back 8. Yep. Back 8. Whoa. Back 8.
Russia's
Yeah.
felt
12.
Line's
Yes.
good.
Back
Line's
eight.
good.
They're calling
Yes.
out the weight's good. Matt seems to think he's heavy.
Line's
Hey, you're
good.
good. It's good. Shot, Matty. Beauty. Good boy.
Nicely done.
Taps
guys.
it right on the angle to the button. Will pick up his 2 points. Steve Laycock jumps out to a 4-1 lead after 4 ends of play.
O Canada, glowing hearts, see thee rise. True north, true pride, strong and free, both far and wide. This land is glorious, and it's ours, from sea to shining sea.
You're always home on Canada's largest wireless network with no roaming fees.
Welcome back, everyone. We've Got another update for you on all the action here in this Friday evening draw.
Brady Kendall's team couldn't manufacture a deuce. Virtue's team giving them nothing to work with. Brady had to hit stick looking at 3 to get a single point. He did that. Brock Virtue is up 4-2 with Hammer playing the fifth end.
Well, we saw that nice tap up for 2 there made by Matt Dunstone, so make the score on our feature sheet 4-1, Laycock.
Jeff Hartung was about 95% buried on the button behind guards, but Adam Casey picked it out, and Jeff was forced to put it back for a single point onto the full forefoot, which he did, and it's tied 1-1 in their fifth end.
And over on sheet 4, there were a lot of rocks in play, and then a very nice, soft, quiet tap back by, or hit you might even want to say, by Brent Geddick. Got him 3 points, so score over on sheet 4, 4-1, Geddick over Jacobson.
3 points and a big roar from the
I
crowd
was
here.
Say right after that quiet hit, there was a big roar.
Yeah. Well, he had to negotiate a little bit there. It wasn't quite as easy as just a quiet tap. But Brent himself has made some fantastic shots out here tonight.
And as the fifth end here gets underway, we're joined at our broadcast location by a special guest. We've got Lori Carr, who's the MLA for the Estevan area. Lori, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
There you go.
Lori, I got to say that unlike maybe perhaps a lot of politicians, we can't accuse you of just not doing anything. We've seen you around here. You're one of the volunteers at this event.
Absolutely. I'm here selling 50-50 tickets and raising money for curling in Saskatchewan.
We've already purchased. We've already we've all got our tickets.
They've got the tickets, but
so sorry, no sales here.
They're probably wondering what the pot's at. Have you heard the most recent count?
Yeah, right now we're at 5,200, so half of that is going to go to a lucky winner tonight.
That's an impressive pot for a 50-50 draw.
And of course, still another hour yet to sell.
Yeah.
Lori, you're also here in another role as the SaskTel liaison. Of course, SaskTel is the major sponsor of the men's championship here in Saskatchewan. So on behalf of all the curlers, we'd certainly like to thank SaskTel for their involvement in curling. It's they got involved as a major sponsor starting in the mid-90s when they were with Mobility and doing seniors curling, and then they moved into the men's tankard area in about 2004. So it's been 20 years plus of SaskTel being a big part of Saskatchewan curling lore.
Yeah, well, we're really excited to be here in the city of Estevan as a major sponsor. And, you know, on behalf of the 4,000 employees of SaskTel, we're just so pleased to be able to take part in these types of events that help Saskatchewan.
That's good.
Well, a lot of curlers in SaskTel, and of course everyone's following Michelle Englund as she was Team Canada there. And Michelle, of course, long-term employee with SaskTel. Troy Robinson is out here on the ice. I know he's been with SaskTel. I think he's maybe pushing 30 years, 25 years anyways. So there have always been a lot of SaskTel people involved in all aspects of curling.
Back line. Just got to cross it a bit, though, because this is there.
A new addition for SaskTel this year with the tankard and with the Scotties earlier this month. SaskTel Max picking up the evening draws, including this one, through the week. So I don't know, maybe you didn't get the warning. You've got a bigger audience tonight than you would have this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's fantastic. That gives people an opportunity who are not able to get out to watch this action.
So Lori, are you a curler yourself?
Well, I have curled, but I wouldn't call myself a curler.
A player.
I'm a player, and I love to watch.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Because we were told you were going to take over for us here for an end where we can go to the patch.
Okay.
Attack it, man.
So exciting times for your party there with all sorts of things going on with leadership and conventions and everything. So that must be maybe probably even a relief that that's all over now and just can get back to business.
Yeah, we really are glad that that's all done, and now we have a leader in place, and I think he'll do a great job for the province.
So we normally don't talk politics here in the booth, but then we normally don't get politicians here either. So we thought we would give you one little platform, but now you're done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
If you weren't selling the 50-50 tickets, they wouldn't have let you in here at all.
Probably not.
You're here.
Well, and the other part too, the government of Saskatchewan is a huge endorser of this sport. 2005, curling was named the official sport of the province. And then now we've just celebrated our 4th year of officially proclaimed Curling Day in Saskatchewan. So that's always really exciting. So it's just great when you know the whole province in so many different capacities, business, our politicians out there, government, support our sport and love it as much as we all do.
Absolutely, and I was really happy to see a couple of days ago when you had all the youth out here with all of the teams, and you know, that's the way to get everybody involved.
You know, I've been doing this for a number of years, and there's always a few school kids come out to every single event everywhere we go, but I can't remember in the 6 years that I've been doing it as many classes coming out over the weekend. We were talking earlier today to Helen and Leah, and I think at the time they had counted there'd been over 500 students through here. Just amazing what the kids, the number of kids that came out and the response that we got from the kids.
Absolutely. The classes that were here this morning were exceptionally loud. They picked a team and they cheered. It was awesome.
Top 8.
So just briefly here, Steve Laycock was attempting to remove 2 Scott Bitts stones, got rid of the top shot rock, but jammed on one of his on the back. So bit of a glimmer of an opportunity here halfway through the 5th end for Scott to perhaps count 2 points or so.
3's not out of the question yet either. I guess, Laurie, the other question I would like to ask, of course we've got to talk to Helen and Leah. Of course, with the amount of stuff that they've got going on, did they get a lot of chance to watch much curling? I'm going to ask you the same thing. I've seen you with the vests on. I know you've been working. Have you had a chance to watch much of the curling?
Well, you know, every now and then our crowd gets fatigued from us asking for them for money, so we do stop and watch the odd end here and there, but we're pretty aggressive out there, so not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. So you'd be kind of in the same boat as we are. If it's not on the sheet that we're watching, then you hear the roar of the crowd, and you turn your head as if you're going to see the instant replay.
Yeah, it doesn't happen,
it doesn't happen, yeah. You know you missed something anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's been some exciting action, and certainly I hope you and a number of the volunteers get a chance to enjoy some of this action. It's been a great event. Steve Laycock now looking to make a double on the back too, I believe.
It's going after 2nd and 4th shots here.
Whoa!
Well, he'll give up 2 if he has to. He wants to eliminate the chance for 3.
Yep. No.
See what we can do. It doesn't have to go far, right, Matty? Go, 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 go. Okay.
Shot, Steve.
Jammed that fairly solidly on the back one, but has enough weight to spin it out the back of the rings, and now just the 1 stone left at the corner of the 4-foot belonging to Scott Bitts. He'll draw to split the rings and see if he can hold it for a couple more shots to pick up his 2 points here in 5.
Dead team. I think it was 2, yeah.
I liked it.
Warren Jackson with the draw.
Just above the tee. Bite the tees, perfect. Go hard. Hard. Way high?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Way high. Way high then. You're not back here.
It was a big split to not get that far.
I agree. I like the in on these.
Okay, sure.
Left that high enough that there's going to be a double opportunity for Matt Dunstone.
And as we've seen in the past, Matt's a great sharp shooter.
Yeah. Let's go, buddy.
One of those Manitoba, as we know, Matt's from Winnipeg and one of those designated imports. And he loves these big weight shots as much as the next person, and he's very good at them. Manitoba Tuck sort of really promotes these high weight shots. Really accurate.
So, Laurie, I understand you're here in your official capacity as the liaison for SaskTel. How did you get into that position? Were you involved with SaskTel at all before you became an MLA?
You know, I wasn't involved in SaskTel, but the minister couldn't make it, and I'm right here in Estevan, so they asked me to fill in.
So you're representing?
I am.
So Matt Dunstone makes Team Bits pay for that mistake of the placement of Warren's shot. And as we see so often, you have to be so precise. You just can't sit in there anywhere and sit two. They'll make you pay for it, and didn't take long.
Chance for two disappeared in a hurry. One more look at that double. Makes the hit just a little thicker than half, comes across.
So two doubles later, and Scott Bitts is into a blank position where after the jam from Steve, it looked like they had a little bit of a chance to get 2 points.
Clean. Normal. That's normal, isn't it?
Normal.
Okay.
So practicing his blank shot early.
14-1, buddy.
Makes the hit, rolls out. It gives Matt Dunstone a chance to get the draw.
Oh, he hit and rolled out, sorry.
And as he's settling into the hacks, we notice they've got the wave going around.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, it's really nice to see such a large crowd out tonight.
Yeah, and having Brett Geddick playing tonight might have helped. Certainly as the local hometown favorite team, everybody would like to see him do well, but luck of the draw. He played in the afternoon on Wednesday, and I think the morning draw yesterday.
Just line, we're there. I think it's just getting a little shinier, hey? I got a 25.
I think this might have been the first chance to get him on in prime time.
Yes.
So Scott gets to replicate that shot he just played on his first one. Wants to hit this out, lose the shooter, and stay down 4-1, but wants that hammer for the sixth end when we come back from the break.
Clean. Clean. Clean.
Scott Bitts with his final stone here. Looking for the blank, makes the hit, rolls out. No score here in this end. Laurie, we want to thank you for joining us and continued success with the 50-50 draws. The ladies here want you to keep pumping up that pot. They're hoping they've got the winning ticket.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much for having me. On behalf of SaskTel, we're just so proud to be here as a sponsor.
And Kim Hudson has got Steve Laycock down at ice level.
Hey,
We're going
Steve.
to get a word with him.
Yep. Good start to the game. We haven't had a chance to feature you guys yet, but looking like you're off to a pretty solid start and playing well here this weekend.
Yeah, we got a good feel for the ice. We had a little hiccup last night, but we got it back going again today, so feeling pretty good about our spot right now.
Yeah, looks like you guys are playing well. Have to ask about the player change this year as well. What's Matty bring to the team?
Well, you just saw part of it. He can make cross-house doubles for fun. He can throw it hard, and he's had really good touch. He's had we've gotten hammer every game to start because he's put it on the pin in the shootout, so he's really feeling the ice right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Ice looks pretty good, pretty steady.
Yeah, as good as I've played on ever, probably. Like every time these guys do it is pretty much the same way, but never fails to amaze me.
That's fantastic. Okay, what do we expect to see now the rest of the half of this game?
Hopefully a lot more made shots on our side, but yeah, we'll just be probably a little conservative. They're the ones that need to score points, so if they put rocks in, we'll hit them, and if we get a chance to maybe surprise them with a steal, we might, but...
All right, last question. How important is the B event?
To get in the Page game is huge. That spot in the C event, you got to win a lot in a row, so if we can maintain this win and hopefully win tomorrow morning too, that would be great.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve. Continued good luck.
Thanks.
Saskatchewan Championship Curling is brought to you by SaskTel, Viterra, Service Equipment, White Ice and East Side Paint and Wallpaper, Asham Curling Supplies, Jiffy Lube, CurlSask, and SaskTel Max.
All right, people, let's get to work. Lights off.
Ma'am, there's someone at the door. Unknown male, might be a salesman.
Take care of it. You, drop the temperature. I'm roasting.
Ma'am, your straightening iron. Shall I pull the plug?
Yes. While you're at it, leave room for milk.
The crown jewel has been stolen. For almost 40 years, it has been kept far from its home. Saskatchewan. The time has come. So don your green and will your team back to glory. This Tim Hortons Briar. Be there for history in the making.
When you need to hurry, you can count on Team Jiffy Lube. With fast, warranty-approved service while you wait. Jiffy Lube, your oil change experts.
Get on your game with Asham Curling Supplies. Customize your slide with the all-new Express Ultralight and Club Shoe, featuring the style, comfort, and performance you expect from Asham. Sweep the competition with our Pro Grip gloves and ultralight carbon fiber, composite, and fiberglass handles, plus World Curling Federation approved pads.
Hey folks, I'm Arnold Asham. For 39 years, our product has been satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies, online, in-store, and at your club.
As Canada's grain industry leader, Viterra and its employees are connected to their communities across Western Canada. Through its community investment program, Viterra supports a wide variety of causes and initiatives, including those focused on sports and recreation that encourage teamwork, integrity, and high performance. These same values guide Viterra's employees when providing farm customers with trusted advice and quality service. Viterra is a proud sponsor of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
White Ice, the ice paint people, set out to develop a very specific ice paint product that would satisfy the needs of the professional ice maker in both hockey and curling. White Ice was successfully formulated and tested, and distribution began in 1988 and has since expanded their line of products and services to meet the needs of today's professional ice makers. White Ice is distributed by Eastside Paint and Wallpaper in Saskatoon, who is also a signature Benjamin Moore paint dealer. White Ice and Eastside Paint and Wallpaper, defining the game.
Awesome.
Not be better. Yeah. Could be better.
Want to try it and have some fun? Hurry hard to your local curling center or visit CurlSask.ca to find a curling center near you.
Introducing the all-new heated cab for the John Deere 1R tractor. Simply captivating.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, all of these games in the Friday evening draw at the halfway point or beyond. Let's quickly update all of the scores.
Well, a single point there for Brock Virtue let him have a 5-2 lead to go into the sixth end, and they're about halfway through the sixth.
Well, thanks to that extremely nice double by Matt Dunstone, there was a blank end on the fifth end over on our feature sheet, so make the score 4-1 Laycock over Bits.
Very straightforward fifth end in our Adam Casey, Jeff Hartung C quarterfinal game, and blank in the fifth end to keep the score at 1-1, playing 6. Down to Skip Rocks on 6.
Couple ends to let you know of here on 4. It was a single by Jason Jacobson in the fourth end, and then there was a really nice draw for 2 by Brent Geddick. So the score here, 6-2. Geddick over Jacobson, playing the 6th. Well, actually still in their fifth end break, but about to play their 6th.
Brent Geddick might be happy he's got the lead there because both teams a little tight for time. Just 15 minutes of change left to play 5 ends.
Oh. Actually, time clocks have been a bit of a factor here this week.
There have been a few teams that have used up a lot of time.
Yep.
Well, I think with the great swing in the ice and all sorts of shots being possible, teams putting rocks into play certainly lends to a lot of discussions, and that time can disappear on you very quickly when you've got, especially when we've seen teams that'll have all 3-4 players involved in the discussions.
Right.
And we've got teams where the thirds are calling their shots and going down to throw them. So all sorts of things take up that little bit of time.
Yep.
Hard. Come on down.
Gotta hold this. Yep.
Hard down. Hold this. Great scrub down.
Good job.
Kirk Myers makes the peel on that corner guard. The Laycock team continues to sit 2 in the middle.
Go again. Okay.
So we'll see the repeat of a few corners coming now.
Yep.
It's always kind of fun. I don't think I've ever done the wave before at one of our broadcasts. Feel really invigorated now. We had about 4 go-arounds here at the arena, and that was a lot of fun.
I didn't see you. Were you guys standing
up
too?
I was right into it.
It's the first time I've ever seen anybody do the wave with one arm.
Our ice techs are across the concourse from us here. Darren Gress was right into it also.
Right on.
Okay, back to business here.
Yeah. No, I mean like if he was to go around.
Gotcha.
But again, I just think that shows the enthusiasm here in the arena, in the town. If there's sort of one thing that shows what a great job Esteban has done here, seeing the wave Friday night at draw number 4 is really cool.
Good. Shot.
I have to admit, though, I think the fact that Brett Geddick is on the ice in his draw has something to do with that.
Yeah, a little bit helpful.
Yeah, if they could have planned it out, they would have had him on the ice for the evening draws every night.
Well, there's a lot of other good talent out here, too, that, you know, we've got our defending champion, Adam Casey's out here on draw 3. We've got the very well-known Steve Laycock team out here, so in addition to the hometown boy, it's nice to have some of Saskatchewan's best curlers out on the draw this evening also. We've got some up-and-comers, so they're starting to see a new wave of curlers out here too.
It's nice, but I haven't heard the crowd scream when any of these other guys made shots.
Not like the hometown boy.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's great to see. Actually, we were alluding to it early on. We did one of Brent's games. I think it might have been the opening draw.
Opening draw.
Wondering how the pressure of being the hometown team might affect them, and certainly they're seeing the benefits of it tonight.
Well, that one around the corner guard came out the other side.
Clean. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Clean. Clean. Clean to it. Nice throw, Stevie. Real nice. Good boy, buddy.
Steve Laycock with the hit, rolls his shooter out of play.
Stevie. Do we have scissors?
I don't mind one more around the corner, but no. Right. Back 12. Back line. Back 12.
Warren was thinking about one more around the corner guard, but with both of these rocks being in front of the tee line and
good.
The one on the button, I can certainly understand why Scott Bitts wants to make a play on these.
Yeah, now's the time.
Well, if you get them behind the tee line, you've still got time to use the corner guard.
Line's good. Easy.
Well, and Steve said too in his interview, if there's a chance to sneak in a steal, they were going to go for it too. That I know Scott didn't hear that interview, but I don't think the Laycock team's afraid to pounce if they get something that they feel is relatively safe.
Yeah, 3's fine.
Yep, you bet. Rip it off.
Yeah.
Steve Laycock now with his final stone of the 6th end. We'll just look to peel that red stone out of the top of the 8-foot.
Little bit. Yep.
Called right out of his hand.
Clean.
Yeah, they want to get it by their own stone in the top of the 4-foot.
Good scrub, guys. Great scrub.
Just misses that stone.
Way to hold that, Kirk.
Boy, if you push that stone behind the tee line, that changes the call right here.
Sure does.
Too late for the come round or what?
Corner? You'll be 3rd shot.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of pointless, not? Freeze here if you want.
Yeah,
Can't get second shot going around there.
Freeze on the back one's a great call. How do you get there?
You want to try to freeze?
Look where the corner guard is.
Yeah. I mean, even if I over curl it, we can go around the yellow, kind of, right?
Well, I guess I think they can do it this way. We're about to find out. It's not easy.
That port's a lot skinnier than what it looks. It looks huge,
Absolutely.
but it really isn't by the time it's going to
Well, hey, take a
curl.
look at that. We're going to take a look next door. Adam Casey with his final stone.
Drawing against one Jeff Hartung stone that's in full 8-foot.
Hard to tell. It might be 2 at the one at the back 12.
Yeah, I don't know if Jeff's stuck there for second shot or not. It was kind of hard to tell, but doesn't matter. Adam has this on the button for 1 point and a 2-1 lead.
Okay, Jimmy.
Warren Jackson a little strong on the freeze attempt. Chips off that stone.
I think that's the best,
If you stick like here, that's whatever, right?
Yeah.
Hit her on the nose?
No, we're going to roll because he can freeze and then it's kind of locked in there. So we're going to go out, turn across the face.
Okay.
I mean, if we know is what it is.
Yep, 100%.
I'm not going to bring the guard into play for the sake of rolling out.
No, for sure.
Whoa, off. Right off.
Stay close, it might change your mind here.
Yep,
fine.
yep.
It's good, it's good.
Makes the hit, actually rolls towards the other yellow stone.
Uh-oh.
There's a little bit of a pocket there.
Throw a second shot in there, but you know what? It's not bad. You can throw an in.
Well, that's your ace there.
The less way to be good ice, yeah. You're right.
Scott Bitts with his first stone. Looking to freeze that pocket at the back of the 8-foot. Hoping he'll have a chance to make something with his last one for 2.
45. No, I figured that, but 45, man. Ogie.
Line's good.
8-9.
Easy.
9.
Line's good.
Line's good. Freeze it on. Freeze it on.
9, right to it.
Line's good.
It's to it. It's there, Rory.
Yep.
It's there.
Hard line. Hard line. Oh, garbage.
I don't know if it's garbage. I
No,
think
I
it
was
looks pretty
gonna say
good.
that's not too bad.
That
at
little
all.
nudge.
To that one to
I'm
make
not
it
convinced it does, yeah.
I think you go here. It's probably the easiest.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And
If
you
we
go
get to the
there, he
inside,
plays the run
perfect.
double, and
Yeah.
the
What do you
red's
guys
not
think?
going
Top
anywhere.
12 or
Right.
freeze?
Or just splash it.
No,
not for fun. No, you gotta get pretty close to nose, and we're scraping that.
Wow. Just gotta make it.
I'd rather
That's
make
easy.
him make something good, at least.
Yeah, I
Whatever your
don't know
gut
if it
says,
goes
I don't
even
care.
then.
Top 12,
Make a
yeah.
decision.
So I think
I
you've
think
got a
top
really
12
nice
feet fair.
opportunity
like
for a
that.
steal
Who's
here
gonna
if
be on this
that
side, but
second
you-
shot is so difficult to
Stay on
remove.
the center line side, if anything. Okay, what do we need here? I like this, Matty. This
Yeah.
is my preference. This
Just
puts a little heat on.
nibble the 12.
Well, and I don't think there's anything you could put on the back for a freeze that wouldn't give up
We'll
a fairly
leave the
easy
squat.
deuce.
Yeah, we'll leave the squat. Yeah. Just nice tight top 12.
Just sitting on just my side of the center line. Even if we're full, let's get the line right. Even if we're full 12, it's got to make all 4 goals.
Yeah, so bet. Let's go, bud.
What do we think of this line? Is that going to be good? Can I buy into that?
I think so. Yes, that's 100%.
It's bonanza. Nice team effort.
Well, Steve mentioned that Matt Dunstone's really feeling the ice and has had really nice touch.
Do you think this is going to stop, or do we got to go to the back one? Back one. Okay, up.
It's got a lot more weight than what they had in mind.
Quite a difference
Line's
from the
good.
first call, top house to back house.
Where's he get it?
Get it there, Kirk.
Where's he get it? You got a good one. Oh, you get it for line. Hard, 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 hard. Hard. Good job, guys. Way to call that early.
Exactly. I was
That
just
was
going
a
to say, now
great-
that's a
yeah.
professional front end that saved that shot from
Well, I wonder if
being a much
wonder if
simpler
Nose
double
will, get it
attempt.
going here.
I think a nose hit probably gets you 2,
Yeah.
though.
Oh yeah, that back red one's not going
You think it'll
anywhere.
go a bit? Might. Worth a try.
Yeah, exactly. Peel weight.
Yeah. Just come across the face.
If we could, would be beautiful.
Scott Bitts here with his final stone, and number 6
Clean.
looking for the double to try to pick up 2.
Off.
He's got to get at least up to the nose. This is still on the outside. Makes the hit, and by hitting it on the outside, he double jams it, and it's a steal of 2 for Steve Laycock. Laycock jumps out to a 6-1 lead going into the 7th end.
As Canada's grain industry leader, Viterra and its employees are connected to their communities across Western Canada. Through its community investment program, Viterra supports a wide variety of causes and initiatives, including those focused on sports and recreation that encourage teamwork, integrity, and high performance. These same values guide Viterra's employees when providing farm customers with trusted advice and quality service. Viterra is a proud sponsor of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Winter's just around the corner, so drop into Jiffy Lube for your winter oil change. No appointment necessary. Jiffy Lube. Be wise, winterize. When you need to hurry, you can count on Team Jiffy Lube. With fast, warranty-approved service while you wait. Jiffy Lube, your oil change experts.
Welcome back, everyone. Once again, we'll update all of the scores here on this Friday evening draw.
So far, the Brock Virtue team has had an answer for everything that the Brady Kendall team has tried to do to get 2 points. As a result, Brady was looking at 3 on his last one in the 6th and made a nice draw to the 4-foot to get a single, looking at 3 Virtue stones.
Well, and we saw on our feature sheet just a bit of a miscue there by Scotty Bitts. He hit that rock on the wrong side, leaving the double jam and the steal at 2. So score here now 6-1 Laycock over Bitts, playing 7.
Adam Casey with another very nice draw, looking at 2 hard tongues, need a full 8-foot plus and no questions asked. It was on the tee line for a 2-1 lead going into the 7th end.
And over on sheet 4, we are still playing the 6th end, and we still have all 4 skip rocks left to come. So nothing changes, still 6-2 Geddick over Jacobson.
Sheet your feet.
Yeah, did you catch that? What day is it today? Is it still Friday?
First stone thrown to the top of the button here in the 7th end. The corner guard goes up. Now Steve Laycock will look for the throw through.
Well, the Laycock, Steve said that, you know, they were always looking for a surprise steal, and I think this one even surprised them with that basically open shot there for Scott to, you know, worst case nose hit, get your one, and good luck, and you get the double for 2. But I don't think anybody expected Steve coming out of there with 2 points.
Yeah. Really going here.
Rory Golanowski looking for the corner guard on the other side now.
Well, we're going to see a lot of peels coming now from the Laycock team.
Great throw.
Attaboy, Kirky.
47,
We've talked about it a bit before. When you get into this situation where things are a little bit desperate, how demoralizing it can be. It takes you all that time to get your guard in place. The other team turns around and they've got it out of the way before you've even made it back down to the other end to sweep again.
Exactly.
A little tight. Line's tight. It's gonna be way out in the weeds here. Whoa, whoa, we're gonna have no rings left. Hey.
All right, Kirky, like you been.
Easy.
Clean it.
Good throw.
Scott Fitz surveying the situation. I don't think at this point in time he's panicked about getting 3. He'd like to be able to get 2, and can understand him thinking that, you know, you keep throwing up these corner guards, that's too easy for them. We got to do something a little bit different. Just got to try to come around that stone at the top of the button.
Looks like a bomb. Wait close. Back ring
12,
here.
guys. Line's good.
Well, there have been some small little mistakes that the Laycock team has made. Usually there's sort of been one per end that has allowed a bits opportunity, but Scott's team hasn't taken advantage of some of the opportunities that they've had earlier in this game. It's coming back to haunt right now.
Good.
But, you know, now it is tough to peel out for 7 ends. But the Laycock team, I mean, they're still think that there's that one more gear that they can find, and I think they're moving up. The throttle's opening up as they march towards what they want to be curling for on Sunday.
Hard!
Hard, boys.
Good. Great scrub. Nice shot, Stevie.
Steve Laycock with the peel on the corner guard.
But most importantly, too, what we have seen from the Laycock team, that when there was a mistake or a half shot or something that didn't work out quite right, the person that came in behind them, the shot in behind it, cleaned it up. Like, they haven't had that back-to-back situation that really can get a team into trouble.
Another corner. Throw it up here. Guard this. Yeah, okay.
So the shot stone peeking out just a little bit. And they're going to look to guard that.
An over curl here a bit.
Line's good. Easy, clean.
I'm sure they're expecting Steve Laycock to simply peel the guard anyway.
That's good. Nice shot. Good throw, Jimmy.
Here, buddy. Settle in.
Kirk with all his keywords there. That's a newer one, that settle in. He doesn't, haven't heard that one as often.
Well, they can
clean.
Take their time.
Easy.
They don't
Just
need to
clean.
rush.
Just clean to it. Nice throw.
Maybe you could shoot.
Well, they talked about the possibility of the corner freeze last shot, said perhaps it was too early. They're going to play it now. You
Warren's last.
Expect Mac Dunstone will try to rip everything out of the
Got
two
some
front
room
ones
here,
if he's frozen.
Oh, wait. Right on the corner.
And
Line
then
will
you
be good.
try not to leave him a double on his last one.
Line's good.
6. Just freeze it on.
Line's good.
Line's real good.
There's 6, 7 almost.
No bounce.
No bounce.
Sit.
Shot, Jimmy.
That's pretty good.
Unless you want to try and stick. Not in the first one, though, I don't think.
Straight pick.
Yeah.
Playing the straight pick on this one.
Clean straight pick it.
Straight, clean pick,
Yeah.
yeah. I think really try to pick it clean, eh?
Yep, yep.
We can leave that there, would be really nice. Let's go, bud. Steve's crept up here a bit, didn't it?
A little bit, yeah. This spot has been
And
curling
he'll
the
throw
most.
a little harder than that, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
I expect the pinch.
Yep. Whoa. So yep.
Yep. Clean.
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 Oh boy.
They just make that look so simple.
Yeah, nicely done.
About a quarter of an inch on that rock that you can hit half an inch maybe to make that shot the way they wanted to, and absolutely no doubt with rocket weight. Great throw.
Decision time for Scott Bitts. Could play the hit and roll here and just try not to leave a double. He's going to try the freeze again.
Yeah, could lose them all.
Could lose them all, and the other danger is if you ever made the freeze
too good,
does Steve Laycock call the guard and just steal the end from you?
You never know. Why not?
Well, yeah, that's exactly when you talk about making it too good. If you don't think you can get it out,
exactly.
You still shot
got
rock.
Nothing to lose. Yeah.
Line's tighter. Tighter line.
7.
Easy.
7. Can't bounce.
Don't want to bounce, but tighter line. Yep.
Oh, they lost
over curling on
lost
them.
the line.
Sorry.
He's going to blast it now because you might be able to get them all.
Lost the line, lost the weight.
Or this, Steve. I think it's a nose hit, right?
Nose, I think you're by.
Okay, well then it's probably not there.
No, I don't think so. The only way you can make it is here, and I don't love trying that.
No, I don't like trying that at all. Just straight pick, give him 2, or do you want us to try and stick
this way? Whatever.
Not worth
Not
it?
worth it.
We do pick it that way and jam, we get the back one.
Looks like they're gonna concede 2, straight pick.
I don't think the risk of giving up 3 is worth the deuce, eh?
I like this. Deuce is totally fine.
That's no gimme either with the back
100%
one.
Picking it again?
Yep. Your peels ran nice and straight?
Yeah. Yeah, ours will run straight up there, Matty.
Okay.
It's a lot of good scoreboard management going on here. 5-point lead can dictate that shot. If you were down a couple points and needed the steal, you'd be calling it completely differently.
Could pick the back one instead and make him make a tougher play on this shot stone.
Good.
Shot, Matty.
Makes the hit, rolls the shooter out, and
Nice nose.
Scott Bitts have a chance to make a play on this shot stone. Just has to pass it by his own at the back and stay in the rings.
I'd say so.
He'll pick up his deuce. And a big deuce it is, too, because down 5 with 4 ends to play. Right now, as long as you can get the deuce here, you're still in what we talked about earlier this week, a manageable situation. You need to steal 1 point at a time. You don't have to get real creative with the strategy to do that. You just have to execute.
Well, that sounds easy.
Well,
Soft toe.
on paper it is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they play the game on ice.
Whoa.
Has to hit and stay first because he needs the deuce here. He's going to hit. But the shooter's going to roll over, and will it stop in time? No spin back at the end. It's going to be just the single point. Scott Bitts will pick up one, but Steve Laycock takes a 6-2 lead and last rock into the 8th.
White Ice, the ice paint people, set out to develop a very specific ice paint product that would satisfy the needs of the professional ice maker in both hockey and curling. White Ice was successfully formulated and tested, and distribution began in 1988 and has since expanded their line of products and services to meet the needs of today's professional ice makers. White Ice is distributed by Eastside Paint and Wallpaper in Saskatoon, who is also a signature Benjamin Moore paint dealer. White Ice and Eastside Paint and Wallpaper, defining the game.
Introducing the all-new heated cab for the John Deere 1R tractor. Simply captivating.
Welcome back, everyone. Once again, update you on all the scores here on this Friday evening from the Tankard.
Just one double there late in the end, and then that set up the blank opportunity for Virtue, so he just threw his rock through, and we're just early part of the end here in the 8th. 5-3 lead for Brock Virtue with Hammer in this B semifinal.
And you saw that it was a hit for 2, only managed to get 1. So score now 6-2, Laycock over Bitts.
And a huge steal here for Hartung. These rocks are against Hartung. Those rocks were all in the back of the rings. I think Jeff just had a draw into the house, and it was deep and gave up 3 points, down 5-1 in what had been a very close game.
Yeah, and over on sheet 4, it was another steal of 1 by Brent Geddick. So make that score right now, playing the 7th end, 7-2, Geddick over Jacobson.
And yeah, we were just talking before Scott Bitts threw his final stone about how the situation is manageable if he picks up his deuce. With that rollout now, at some point in time, you're going to have to steal a deuce.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit trickier.
Take one shot, just move it back by.
Down,
yeah, for sure.
Down 4 points with 3 ends to play. You need to steal 4 points just to get to an extra end.
Well, and I think what's discouraging for the Bitts team too is sometimes you're down, like you've played really well, but your opposition's made some good shots. But this hasn't been the stellar Scott Bitts team that we've seen in previous victories. So that's even tougher to get back when you know you're not having your A game out there this evening and missing some basic shots. That makes the struggle that much tougher.
Yeah, that's really 2 deuces they let get away. They had a chance to set up a deuce earlier on. I believe that was the 5th end, and left the rock too high. Matt Dunstone made the double.
Real nice.
Even going away here, the 3rd end, you know, Warren Jackson trying to draw even on the tee line, comes up short. Next thing you know, Matt Dunstone rips a double. There goes that 2-ender. So things like that. Or the 5th end then?
Yeah.
Instances like that, like when the game is going well for you, that rock's on the tee line.
Yeah.
Mine's good. Hair tender, like 8.
And those are routine shots. That was a routine shot to put that draw on the tee line. That was a routine shot. Scott Bitts makes that shot 99 times out of 100.
Yeah,
that's right.
To hit that stone and stay.
Yeah.
Nice weight.
And I mean truly routine shots, not Susan's routine draw against 4 routine
this is
shots.
Kind of a disaster if we leave it.
Routine shots for like mere mortals.
No, it's a pocket though.
Throw a 10.
Okay.
It's
What if we hit half a rock and peel it out?
too good, not good type thing. If anything, a hair light.
10. Clean. Clean. Whoa.
Easy.
Weight's
Whoa,
good.
guys. Whoa, man.
Easy.
Whoa.
He's got a curl.
It's pretty good. Speed's nice.
Come on, baby.
That's good.
Kirk Myers makes the hit, but they are starting to get a bit of a collection of rocks together in the 4 foot, and that works in Scott Bitz's favor.
Yeah, Kirk's had a real solid game. He got off to a bit of a slow start there, the first couple ends with a couple of half shots, but it's been 100% since then.
Hard.
Yep, hard.
Barely. Hard. Lines real good, hard. Keep going, hard.
Hard. Hard, boys.
Big shot.
Well, that's a real good shot.
Yeah, that'll take a few to get that moving.
Well, and the yellows are forming a wall. Yes, it's in front of the tee line, but you don't have to move in for shot rock till very late in the end. You want stones that the Laycock team can't remove. So they play the peel on the higher guard. I know you've only got one guard out there right now, but I'd be tempted to tap that right up into the pocket one more time right now.
Same thing.
Didn't see the call.
Same thing.
Scott's thinking along the same lines.
Do we even want to move it at this point? Like
Move it
in
up
the yellows?
anyway.
I think just tap, like even dead freezing. They're just gonna start slamming.
Like back 4, right? Pardon? Back 4. Yep. So that's basically it.
I don't think you're really looking to move the yellows a whole lot. You just want to move the red into the pile.
Lines tight.
Nestle in.
6. Lines tight. Go then. Maybe easy. Easy then. Whoa.
5.
No.
Easy then.
No,
Easy.
No.
I think that 5 might have been optimistic too.
Crotch it. You could ever get boom boom would be the ticket.
3 to a 4, eh?
Steve Laycock now with a chance to perhaps double peel the guards.
No, up.
What are you gonna hit to get up, Stevie?
About 3.
Okay.
4 would make the double and spin a little, but.
Yep. Let's make it. What was it about? 3.
3 to 4. Put it on the edge. Is it on the edge?
In? Yeah. Oh. Whoa.
Yep.
Hard Duke, bring her back, buddy.
Yep.
Whoa.
Makes the hit, comes across, catches that second redstone, and the shooter will spin all the way across to just cover the edge of the 12 foot, getting everything out of the way in the middle.
Line's better.
Line's good. Yep.
So Warren Jackson again looking to tap that stone up into the pocket.
Yeah, just nestle in there.
And this one's really curling hard. He's got to stay on the outside of that. Good job by the brushers.
Throw, Jimmy.
That works.
I guess I probably don't want to rub that, hey? Give me just off edge.
Like if you rub either one, I think we're okay, Steve.
Yeah.
Clean's not bad because they still got to move us a bit, eh?
Yeah.
And sort of lost that really nice angle to move 2 yellows all at once.
Right by is fine too.
If he could have just stayed another inch on that broom side, I think it would have set up even a little bit better.
Clean.
Yep. Gotta go.
Hard Duke.
Gotta go.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard Duke. Come on, buddy.
Whoa. Beach.
Ooh, that unlocks it.
Good shot.
Yeah, that was the that's what Matt was referring to. He said rubbing either one of those on the way by really didn't hurt. It gives you a way to get that redstone out.
Yeah.
Scott Bitz still can play the freeze in between the red and the yellow though, and
Feather
that'll
more. Okay.
angle the red onto shot stone.
Freeze that crotch.
Okay. That's a tank, isn't it?
Yeah, once he gets in
Line's
the middle,
good.
it dies, Bitsy.
I need it to
7.
die. Huge.
Hot, eh?
Scott Bitts feeling he's a little strong here, and does look like that's the case. Nudges that stone back a little bit.
I think so, right?
Yeah, that or it's safer would be this.
Second 8.
The only thing about nose if you ever did that, right? But it's probably this is
But it's
probably
still
still
gonna kick
even.
to 7.
I think it's still even anyway.
My first thought was seeing the nose
Just
hit.
off nose?
Yeah,
Even if you happen
kind
to
of
hit
threw
it
this
higher,
in the
here,
second
get
or
rid of
fourth
one
end
of them.
anyways.
Right on the nose, I think, eh?
That's what I was seeing.
I think that's our best bet.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the easiest way to make both stones
Dial
go.
it in. She'll run straight up for
Yeah.
us here.
And I don't think there's any way you
Right
could
on the
leave
nose.
both in the
Very
rings.
similar to my shot in 4.
Yeah. You bet it'll be right on the nose.
There's a good look at it. You can see the nose hit will clear that yellow stone
Yeah.
just to the right as we look at it. You'll lose yours to the side of the button, but at this point in time, all you're really concerned
think
about
that
is making the
matters.
red ones go away. You actually could still sit 3 off this too.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
Yep.
Easy.
Whoa.
Easy.
Whoa. Whoa.
Good boy,
Good boy.
Matty.
That works.
Good shot, buddy.
Thanks.
Yep.
Scott
Right
Bitts,
to
nothing else to work
there.
with. He's going to try to come around those 2 yellow stones, and you know the nice thing now for Matt Dunstone and Steve Laycock, no matter how well you make this,
think
those
that's
2
like
yellows
rock
aren't
bottom,
overlapped, so you've got 2 runs to choose from.
And if you beat there, yeah, well.
And if you make one of them, you might get the rest of the night off, I
waiting.
think.
I have a feeling.
Which with 9 a.m. start time tomorrow for these teams is every little half hour that you can catch is beneficial.
Up the bite back 4 there, Bitsy?
Yeah, hang around the back 4. Probably half in the back 4.
Okay.
Probably asking for a lot, given I haven't been able to get a rock anywhere I've wanted tonight.
Hurt the stick there, buddy.
Yeah.
It'll curl.
So I gotta peel a shade off of that
Just
last
a touch,
one.
yeah.
eh?
Make this one a little
Because
bit.
this will run in the better stuff for a little bit. $69. 7, 8. 8.
Might be tight.
All for weight.
Line's okay.
All for weight.
8.
Stay close, so.
Line's okay. Gonna be tight.
No, we're tons of room.
You're by. Whoa, whoa.
Ton of
whoa.
room. Ton of room. Wow.
Well, he's by the yellows. Now, where is it going to stop?
It's by the back line,
Is
too.
it going to stop? Slides back, and looks like Laycock already sitting 3. Matt Dunstone
We're sitting 3.
have an open draw.
Seconds.
Just
15.
needs a little better than full 12 foot to pick up 4 here.
1475 is perfect, so anywhere from 14 and a half to.
Okay. Pound less than what I gave you in.
Yeah. I was saying 15 seconds. It's nice and warm here.
14.75.
Yeah.
That was 14.
Yeah.
So Matt Dunstone throwing the 4th stones for the Laycock team. His final stone here in
Ooh, felt
end
heavy.
number
Good.
8.
At the steamer.
So saving his sweepers here. He felt he has a lot of big weight.
He thinks it's pretty heavy at the hog line.
14-1,
Just
that should be
now
close.
starting to curl. Boy, when it starts to move sideways like that, you know the weight's coming off. And we'll come to rest in the back button, and that will be a 4-point score for the Laycock team, and handshakes from Scott Bitts. Steve Laycock wins this B semifinal. He'll move on to the B final tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Still 3 games left here in this evening draw, and Kim Hudson has made her way down to ice level. We're going to see if we can get a word with Steve Laycock. Well, the Laycock team, Susan, tonight pretty dominant in their performance, and as you said, Scott Bitts, you know, it wasn't that they were off by a lot, but an inch here, an inch there, and they just couldn't get anything going.
That's right.
I have Steve here. Nice dominant performance. That was pretty good. Nice finish.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah, it was a really good game. What do you take out of this game now into tomorrow?
A little momentum. We're playing good right now. We got the ice figured out, and we're getting some breaks scored away too, so hopefully we can just keep that rolling.
Yeah, exactly. And the extra half hour helps as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's a tight turnaround, 9 a.m. after an 8 p.m. game, so yeah, we'll take any little extra bit of sleep we can get tonight. We need some energy for tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, and you have to answer this question honestly. Like, were you at all intimidated or perhaps jealous of Scott's hair? Like, does that affect you at all in your play?
I have no hair, so I have no comparison to make. If I have a nice hat and he has nice hair, maybe that would be our only comparison we do after. And I don't think.
So you weren't jealous or intimidated at all?
No. No, but I like what he's got going on.
Yeah. No, I think it looks pretty good too. I was just asking. Okay, thank you. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Totally my first time. I'm very excited. Don't worry, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna go to practice and then we're gonna actually play games. Really? Yeah. Awesome.
Not better. Yeah. Could be better.
Want to try it and have some fun? Hurry hard to your local curling center or visit CurlSask.ca to find a curling center near you.
Get on your game with Asham Curling Supplies. Customize your slide with the all-new Express Ultralight and Club Shoe, featuring the style, comfort, and performance you expect from Asham. Sweep the competition with our Pro Grip gloves and ultralight carbon fiber, composite, and fiberglass handles, plus World Curling Federation approved pads.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies, online, in-store, and at your club.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we've got one final in the books, but 3 games still to see the outcomes determined. We'll quickly update all of those scores.
They just hung 1 point on the board there for Brock Bircher. He was trying a really flat side-by-side double. The 2 rocks were about 2 feet apart. He hit the first one exactly where he wanted, rolled a shooter over, nudged the second shot, but it was just not quite enough to count the multiples. So it is a 6-3 lead for Brock going into the 9th.
Make the final score on our feature sheet, 10-2, Laycock over Bitts.
Jeff Hartung on his first one was looking at 5 Casey stones all in front of the 4-foot button. I saw Jeff make a triple on his first one. I didn't get to see his last shot. I just heard a big roar from the crowd, so he did something amazing to get 1 point, and he's down 5-2 playing the 9th.
And we are seeing the handshakes over here on sheet 4, so Brent Geddick wins the game. I'm not totally sure how many he counted there, so I'll update that a little later. But
yeah, speaking of big roars from the crowd.
Yeah.
So now just 2 games left to be determined, and we'll turn our attention to sheet 3. Jeff Hartung in some trouble, down a few points, but does have a little bit to work with here in the 9th end.
So Jason Kripsky throwing
Line'll
third
be
stone.
Good. Clean it. Clean it. We're a little tighter for line than the other one. Come on.
Looks like they're trying to come into
Stay
that
with it, Matt.
grouping of frozen stones, or just cover it for now. Just guarding it for now.
I think just guarding.
A little bit,
yeah.
a little bit. Okay.
Oh, Go.
You know, you couldn't blame them if they tried to come right into it. They're in that position
bit
where
thicker than half.
at some point in time they're going to have to try to steal a multiple point.
Throw.
And with those frozen stones in place, this might provide an opportunity for that here.
So Brock Montgomery, third on the team, replaced Catlin Schneider when Catlin joined Jim Cotter and John Morris.
Makes the run back, kills one of the yellows, and breaks the little freeze situation, but does leave the other two. Leaves a bit of a guard as well.
Yeah, it certainly changes things.
Jeff Hartung calling the timeout.
We don't have a lot of options here. We got to corner freeze the yellow somehow. Somehow, like maybe like that. Does that make any sense? What if you tap this right to here? What does that do? Builds a bit of a wall. Because he can't, he drives, he gets rid of one, but he can't get rid of two. Then I corner freeze this. Does it make any sense?
Yeah.
Or am I just not seeing something? Or does it make any sense to push this back?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, this is rock then, right?
Yeah, I like moving this over here.
To here somehow.
Yeah.
Even if I was to thin it.
Yeah, you don't mind pushing it right there.
In there.
I don't mind pushing it right there.
And then I rolled it there.
Yeah.
It still jams. I know it's a kind of a stab in the dark.
Yeah. I like it right to there.
That was a good shot by Brock because
right to the guard, so is that enough?
That's what was saving Jeff Hartung, was the fact that those two red rocks could be gone on one throw. Now all of a sudden his yellow second shot is vulnerable.
Right. Really, really good, because then you stay in front of the red also. Just a pinch more, Jay.
Okay, we can go there.
Good.
This is Jeff's first one.
You guys like that ice? Where was my path when I slid through the house? Where was my path?
Still got rocks to work with though if you're Jeff Hartung. And
might be a lot.
still an opportunity if you can make a good one here. To at least perhaps steal one, and you never know if things can turn out here. He might be able to make a double on the last one and sit two behind cover, and he'd dearly love to steal two here and put himself into a situation where he only has to play for one in the next end.
Line's good. Line's good.
Just push it like we said, guys.
Brandon Lipey, Matt Ring keeping an eye on the sweep here for this.
Well, they just want to paper that top yellow.
Hard! Hard! Okay,
it's pretty much like they called
really
it.
Good. It's really good.
I think he got shot. It's really close. Might not matter
tell
right
who's
now.
shot right now, but yeah, I can't imagine.
We're going to be looking at that in one shot from now.
You like trying to play this hole?
Put it this way, I don't think both rocks that are touching the button right now are still going to be touching the button after this shot.
Three rocks.
I'm not sure which one's going to move right here, but
if you throw it hard, you're going to kill this one. But I can throw normal and maybe not kill it. Not that it's a big deal if we do kill it.
You can touch this one even.
Well, that's probably the best shot is if you catch this one.
I think we play the hole.
Just how hard you throw it. Normal? Because I'm thinking if I get through the hole, it'd be nice to kind of... Yeah. Okay. Solid control. Okay.
Yeah, no, chipping.
I really like it when the front end comes in and takes a look on these shots where your angles and shots have to be so precise that
Everybody's on the same page.
Same page, because you know they can do a lot of that line judge. They've got a real good sense with that center line there where they need to be finishing up.
So actually looking to come between the two yellows in the 8-foot and try to get directly at what is either shot or second shot right now.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yes! Whoa!
He's going to need to finish a little bit.
Attaboy.
Well, that was one way to get the double.
That works.
No, but it does leave the shot for Jeff Hartung. Play the double on the Reds. He'll be behind cover and sitting 3.
In turn, I got. Well, no, I don't think. Just wait. We're going too deep, aren't we? Is the out the way to do it? What makes the most sense there?
Well, you're going to get a little more action with the out, I guess. But
One more look at this stone.
it's flat, though.
They did talk about how they might be able to make a thin rub and still make it, and that's what they get.
You want the out?
Actually, by doing it that way, didn't disturb either of the two Reds right now.
Good.
But the double available on the two Reds. Jeff Hartung will be sitting catching. That should leave him probably biting a corner of the button and sitting 3. Everything behind cover.
Jay, they like the in. I do too. Center.
Doesn't really have to get the second one out if he just gets it out of the 8-foot.
Right. Which is going to be interesting when Adam goes, if he throws then the in-turn draw to the button, that corner guard out there is going to come into play, I think.
Yep, hard! Really got to go.
Oh, he's pretty tight. It's already onto this line here. Trying to back it up.
Makes the hit, but will come underneath that second stone and rolls out. So Adam Casey, well, we thought he'd be drawing, but thought maybe he'd be drawing against 3 instead.
Drawn for 2.
He's drawing for a deuce here.
Assuming this might be a handshake if he makes it.
Final stone here for Adam Casey in the 9th end, already leading by 3, and with Shot Rock sitting in the 4-foot.
Oh, you gotta wait. Just let us know you do have backing.
Drawing, needing a bite of the 4 to pick up his 2 points here. Swooper's really just off on with a clean.
Nice shot.
And he will come right down to that back stone, picks up his 2 points. Jeff Hartung decides that's enough. They will concede. Adam Casey moves on in the C event, and that eliminates the Hartung foursome. And now just 1 game left to be determined. That game, the other B semifinal on sheet 1. And they're on to skip stones in the 9th end right now.
It's about the first shot I've seen Brock Virtue miss. He's trying to run in on these. He's trying to raise rock to catch the top frozen red one onto the yellow and break some of these freezes, but he's missed the shot, and now Brady Kendall on his first one is trying to figure out how to protect here enough to catch 2 or 3 points possibility. And what Brady's changed from this the game that we've watched them previously is Brady's still throwing 4th rocks, but he's been sweeping for Andrew Neufeld. So I don't know what created that change, but about halfway through the game I saw Brady in his red t-shirt and I thought, well, that's not very many of the skips that have been warm out here, but he's warm because he's been sweeping.
It is the Virtue stone sitting at the top of the 4-foot, the yellow stone that is Shot Rock. Brady Kendall sitting 2nd shot right on top of that. 3rd is behind the corner guard. That's the one you can see just at the bottom of the screen there. There is a corner guard in front of it. He's going to try to draw a second one around the corner guard.
So Brady Kendall, for those of you just joining or haven't been watching all week here, very young team out of Saskatoon, and they've been playing giant killer and performing very strongly in every game that they've played.
Got a little strong on this draw, and it's going to slide right through the back of the rings. Brock Virtue might have a double available on the two reds that are there. Now he'll lose his shot rock to play it, but that's the reason why Brady Kendall didn't make a play on that red-yellow combination himself. He knew that it would make this double easier. Nothing to jam on that way. Brock will be happy to make one of these go away, but if he can make both of them go away, he actually has a rock at the top 12 foot. Can't tell from here. It might be open. Brady might have a chance to blank. So Brock Virtue with his final stone here in the ninth end, looking for the double on the two red stones. Makes the hit.
Ooh,
a little too thick on the first one, and goes across the top of the second. So Brady Kendall will have a chance to draw. Needs full 12 foot to pick up two.
Well, maybe a little sign of youth there. Frustrated that Brady's first shot didn't work out, or else this would have been a draw for three. But
well, yeah, I don't know that it would have been, because I don't know that Brock plays that shot if you make your first one.
Well, maybe you might want to tell that to Andrew here.
I know where you were going, and that's exactly what I'm thinking. Is you're assuming that you'd have had a shot for three, but I don't think Brock plays that shot if he's concerned he's giving you a shot for three.
Well, we saw this Kendall team in the noon hour game. They were in a very close match against Colton Flash, so that's a tough thing to come off of, losing a very close A final where you could go into that page 1-2 game, and then you have to rebound and be sharp in a B semi.
And they didn't touch this one all the way down either, and is it going to slide too far?
And I think it's
it
just
did.
1 point.
It's just a single point for
and
Brady
they are
Kendall.
Shaking hands.
And rather than try to come back from 2 points down without last rock, they're going to shake hands right now. So that concludes all of the action here in this evening's draw. We'll quickly recap all of the scores and give you an update on what's going on tomorrow. Brock Virtue, you just saw the victory. He picks up what goes into the books as a 6-4 win over Brady Kendall. Kendall does live on to play again in the C event, but Brock Virtue moves on to the B final tomorrow morning against Steve Laycock.
Yes, Ken, Brady will be on. Yes, and Brady will be on the ice at 9 a.m. against Adam Casey.
All right, Scott Bitts falls to the C event as well, so he lives on. Adam Casey, the winner in the C event, eliminates Jeff Hartung with the 7-2 win over there. Hometown favorite Brent Geddick with the big victory over Jason Jacobson went into the books as an 8-3 final, and Brent Geddick moves on in the C event. Jacobson has been eliminated.
Brent Geddick will play Scott Bitts tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and our other game will be Ryan Dice versus Connick
Smith.
Too many names for this late at night. We want to thank everybody for joining us. Those watching on the website will be back on the air at 9 a.m. and on SaskTel Max you can look for us at 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
So long.